Stop. Before you open another grammar book, pay for another expensive app, or sign up for a class that promises fluency in 30 days, I need to tell you a truth that might hurt. You have been lied to. For years, the education system has treated language like a set of math formulas to be memorized, rather than a living, breathing skill to be experienced. Have you ever felt that paralyzing brain fog when a native speaker asks you a simple question? You know the words, you know the rules, but your tongue feels like lead. You spent 10 years in school learning English, yet you're still mute when it's time to actually communicate. That is not your fault. It's the fault of a broken industrial-era system that prioritizes tests over talk. But today, that cycle ends. I'm going to show you how to hijack your own brain, use the same technology you already have in your pocket, and shift your identity from a student to a global communicator. If you stay until the end of this video, I'm going to give you the exact 3-step blueprint that will do more for your English in the next 30 days than the last 10 years combined. Let's start with a hard truth. Your brain is not a hard drive. You cannot simply download vocabulary lists and expect to use them in a high-pressure conversation. Think about it. When you were a toddler, did your parents sit you down with a whiteboard and explain the present perfect tense? Of course not. You learned by listening, by failing, and by understanding messages. This is what Professor Stephen Krashen calls comprehensible input, and it is the single most important concept you will ever learn. Language acquisition happens when you understand messages, not when you memorize rules. Most people fail because they try to jump into level 10 content when they are at level 2. They watch the news or read Shakespeare and get frustrated when they don't understand. The secret is the N+1 formula. You need content that is just one tiny step above your current level. If you understand 70 to 80% of what you're hearing, your brain is in the growth zone. To do this, stop using boring textbooks and start using what I call the language reactor method. There's a Chrome extension that lets you watch Netflix or YouTube with dual subtitles. You can hover over a word, hear it, save it, and see how it's used in a real movie scene. You aren't studying anymore. You're living in the language. You're feeding your brain the data it actually needs to build a map of the English language.
But here is where most people get stuck. They think they need perfect grammar to start speaking. I'm here to tell you that grammar is a cage. It's a tight suit that prevents you from moving freely. In the real world, in the streets of New York, the offices of Silicon Valley, or the cafes of London, nobody cares if you misplaced a preposition. They care if they can understand you. Native speakers don't think in grammar. We think in chunks. Chunks are pre-packaged groups of words that always go together. Instead of learning the word exhausted and trying to remember how to conjugate to be, just learn the chunk, I'm beat, or I'm wiped out. These are the phrases that make you sound like a human being rather than a walking textbook. If you want to connect with the 18 to 44 demographic, you need to speak the language of now. You need to know when to use no cap, what it means when someone has riz, or how to frame a POV story. This isn't just about being cool, it's about cultural currency. When you use chunks, you bypass the translation phase in your brain. You don't think subject, verb, object. You just release the chunk. It's faster, it's more accurate, and it sounds infinitely more natural. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, the fear of being judged. This is what psychologists call the linguistic ego. As adults, we hate looking stupid. We have a reputation to protect. This is why children learn faster. They don't care if they sound silly. But what if I told you that you could have a native-level conversation partner who is available 24/7, never gets tired, and most importantly, will never, ever judge you? I'm talking about AI. Most people use ChatGPT to write emails, but the real power is in the voice mode. You can literally tell ChatGPT, I want you to act as a recruiter at Google. I am applying for a marketing position. Interview me, ask tough questions, and after each of my answers, give me a polite suggestion on how to sound more professional. This is a game changer. You can practice shadowing, the technique of listening to the AI and repeating exactly what it says, mimicking its rhythm, its speed, and its emotion. You aren't just learning words, you're training your mouth muscles. You're building the muscle memory of English. Do this for 15 minutes a day in the privacy of your room, and your confidence will skyrocket because you've already lived these conversations before they even happen in real life.
Wait, before we go into the most important part, the lifestyle design, I have a quick question for you. Are you finding value in this new perspective? If you are, hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. It tells the algorithm that this kind of deep dive, no-nonsense content is what people actually need. Done? Great. Let's talk about how to make this stick forever. The biggest mistake people make is treating English like a task on a to-do list. Study English from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. That is the fastest way to burn out. Instead, you need habit stacking, a concept from James Clear's Atomic Habits. You don't find time for English, you stack it onto things you already do. When you're making your morning coffee, don't just stare at the wall. Put on a 3-minute podcast like The Daily from the New York Times. When you're scrolling through TikTok or Instagram during your lunch break, follow 3 English-speaking creators who talk about your hobbies, whether that's fitness, gaming, or fashion. Your For You page should be your classroom. When you're winding down at night, don't just go to sleep. Open your Notes app and write 3 sentences about your day using the new chunks you learned. This isn't studying, this is lifestyle design. You are surrounding yourself with the language until it becomes your new normal. You're not learning English anymore. You are becoming a person who uses English to navigate the world. This shift in identity is the secret sauce. Stop saying, "I'm trying to learn English." Start saying, "I am an international communicator." When you change the label, you change the behavior. You start caring about the workplace context. You start noticing how people lead Zoom meetings or how they write low-stakes emails. You realize that English is just a tool, like a hammer or a smartphone. It's a tool to get you a better job, to make friends in different countries, and to access the world's best information.
So here is my challenge to you. For the next 30 days, I want you to stop the traditional study sessions. Instead, I want you to focus on the 3 pillars we discussed today: input, shadowing, and lifestyle. Feed your brain content you actually love. Talk to your AI partner until you're not afraid of the sound of your own voice. And stack these habits into your existing routine until they are as natural as brushing your teeth. Success in English isn't about having the highest IQ or the best memory. It's about the person who refuses to quit because they've made the process too fun to stop. You have the tools, you have the technology, and now you have the roadmap. Don't just watch this and move on to the next video. I want you to go down to the comments right now and write 1 sentence in English about your biggest goal for the next 30 days. It doesn't have to be perfect, just start. I'll be down there responding and cheering you on. And if you do that, I'll send you a link to my personal vault of the top 50 American slang phrases that will make you sound like a native instantly. The system might be broken, but you don't have to be. It's time to stop studying and start living. I'll see you in the next video. Stay curious, stay bold, and keep speaking.